In Kids Club, every kid is welcome, regardless of energy level or unique need. We want to create environments where every kid feels welcomed and safe. One way we do this is to be aware that some kids have sensory challenges. See, people take in information from our world and from our bodies through our senses: touch, taste, smell, sight, sound, and even through our joints and inner ear. Some people have a really low threshold for processing their senses, so they are easily overwhelmed by them. Think of a kid covering their ears, hiding under the table, or pushing someone who has lightly touched them. They are avoiding these sensations. On the other end, there are people with a very high threshold who seek out sensory information. Think of a kid who's always moving or chewing on things. They are seeking more input. Now, this can be confusing, but you might be able to relate to what some kids are feeling. Like if you've ever felt overwhelmed in a crowd or distracted by a strong smell, or even something as basic as needing glasses to help you use your sense of sight. The point is, some kids in your room may be unable to manage the way they react to their senses. This means they have a sensory challenge. In a highly stimulating environment like Kids Club, where there are sometimes active games, bright videos, and loud music, some kids may feel over or underwhelmed, and they need help. It may make them feel uncomfortable or even unsafe. As a volunteer, you want to be able to recognize and respond to sensory-related behaviors that are both sensory-seeking and defensive. Now here's where it can get tricky. There are more than just the 5 senses most of us have heard about, but we don't have time to get into all of them. The point is, some kids can be overly sensitive to things that are easier to observe, while others might crave things that are harder to recognize, like movement. Here's an example of being defensive to the sense of sound. A kid who is defensive to loud sounds might cover their ears while music is playing. If your room has noise-reducing headsets, you might discreetly offer one to the kid. Or you can step into the hall until the noise level goes back down, as long as you stay in view of another volunteer at all times and there are still 2 adults in the room. In this scenario, you'd be helping the kid to feel safe by caring for their unique need and welcome by trying to help them. Let's take another example, being sensory seeking to the vestibular sense, which means they like to find ways to stay in motion. Let's say one kid in your small group can't seem to sit still. Maybe they're rocking back and forth and they keep standing up, and gentle correction doesn't seem to change the behavior. You can recognize that this kid likes to be in motion, so you might offer to have them sit on a soft object like a pillow or cushion so they can rock back and forth. Or if your room has standing tables, you might move your group there. In both examples, you would be recognizing possible sensory challenges and trying to meet them by discreetly offering a way to help a kid meet their sensory need, which helps them feel comfortable and safe. Now, we don't expect you to know everything about sensory processing challenges, but just recognizing that kids aren't necessarily being over-dramatic or defiant can go a long way toward helping to make Kids Club a welcoming place for all kids. That said, if you're experiencing a pattern or behavior that seems unusual or unsafe, please let us know. Your leader can help give you ideas, coaching, and assistance. By recognizing sensory challenges and trying to meet kids where they are, you are helping Kids Club feel more fun, welcoming, and safe for all kids to experience God and grow in their faith. We'll see you on the weekend.